Welcome back. I'm Benita Levine. Thank you so much for staying with us. The United Arab Emirates is suspending a major deal to buy advanced F-35 fighter jets from the United States after Washington added further conditions to the original deal. The latest development is also impacting other regional players, as our defense correspondent Jonathan Regev explains.
The visit of Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett to the United Arab Emirates earlier this week showed the strength of the Abraham Accords. But those accords also had another angle, that of relations between the Emirates and the United States. How are relations there? Not as good as some would hope.
The Americans are less involved into the peace agreement and the peace process in the Gulf region, lack of communication with the Saudis, lack of cooperation with the Emiratis and complying with the deal with them.
Shortly after the signing of the Abraham Accords, the Trump administration signed a deal which included the sale of some 50 F-35 fighter jets to the UAE, along with sophisticated drones, a deal worth billions of dollars. The Biden administration, however, put on further strains on that deal, citing security requirements, leading the Emiratis to suspend discussions to acquire the jets, despite an American commitment to push forward.
So we wanted to make sure that we could do a full review of any technologies that are sold or transferred to other partners in the region, including the UAE. But I think we continue to be prepared to move forward if the UAE continues to want to pursue both of these systems.
The Emirates did not wait for any American clarifications, already purchasing 80 French-made Rafale fighter jets, the largest military deal in French history. This is far more than just a minor crisis between Washington and Abu Dhabi. Analysts believe the current American policy is already affecting the entire region and the future of the Abraham Accords.
There was a lot of hopes that the Saudis and the Omanians and the Qataris and the Kuwaitis will join. But since there is a lack of activity on behalf of the American, so nothing really happened.
France is pushing in while the US is pulling out. As both nations are part of the nuclear negotiations, this could serve as a lesson for Israel and for all those asking themselves who could be the Western power with the biggest interest to stop Iran.